Being humiliated by a coworker is a hard blow, but losing his girlfriend and an important work project to him was devastating. James was living the dream of any young professional until Oliver, his former coworker, turned that dream into a nightmare. Betrayal and sabotage became part of his daily life, deeply shaking his confidence. James had to endure these defeats to learn some lessons. In the hectic office environment, James could barely contain his excitement. He was reviewing the final details of his new project proposal, confident that it would revolutionize the market. "This project is going to revolutionize our market, I'm sure of it," he said, showing the file to Oliver, his co-worker and superior. Oliver, with a malicious smile, responded, "Let me review it first, James, just to make sure." Later that day, James sat in the meeting room, eager to hear the feedback. To his surprise, it was Oliver who presented the proposal. "Oliver, excellent work. This proposal is brilliant," praised the boss, visibly impressed. James felt the ground disappear beneath his feet. "But this is my idea," he whispered, stunned, feeling a wave of betrayal wash over him. The conflict between the two intensified, with James trying to confront Oliver after the meeting. "You stole my idea. This is sabotage," James exclaimed, frustration evident in his voice. Oliver, without losing his composure, just shrugged. "Calm down, buddy. It was just a little help. After all, we're in the same boat, right?" James knew he was in a psychological game where the rules were twisted. This professional betrayal deeply shook James, but he decided he wouldn't let Oliver win. However, the frustration only grew each day as he saw his work being disregarded and his efforts ignored. The relationship between them, once cordial, turned into a minefield of distrust and resentment. And so, the seed of rivalry was planted, setting the stage for future battles. While frustration at work consumed James, he sought comfort in the arms of Emily, his girlfriend. But what he found was an even crueler blow. "James, I'm sorry, but we need to break up," said Emily, her voice trembling with guilt. James was confused, not knowing how to respond. "What? Why?" he asked, his heart constricting with unexpected betrayal. Emily looked away, unable to face the pain she was causing. I'm involved with someone else," she confessed, and James's world crumbled. He felt reality unravel around him, the word betrayal echoing in his mind. "But who?" he started, but the answer came before he could finish. "Oliver," said Emily, tears in her eyes. The revelation was like a knife piercing his heart. Unable to contain his pain, James confronted Emily. "How could you do this to me? With him? After everything we've been through?" His voice faltered, filled with hurt and disbelief. Emily, though regretful, tried to justify her actions. "James, you were so focused on work that I felt neglected. Oliver was there to support me," she explained, but her words felt empty and cruel. The impact of this betrayal was devastating. Now dealing with sabotage at work and betrayal in love, James felt helpless and alone. Emily's betrayal forced him to reevaluate his priorities and find strength where he hadn't needed it before. The scar left by this painful experience was just beginning to form, but James knew he would have to find a new path forward. Disillusioned and aimless, James decided there was no longer a place for him at that company. However, life had different plans. At a bar, drowning his sorrows, he encountered an unexpected figure. "You look like someone in need of a new opportunity," said a woman with short hair and a determined gaze. She extended her hand. "I'm Ava Imura, entrepreneur and founder of a promising startup." James, still skeptical, looked at Ava, trying to decipher her intentions. I don't know. I've lost everything," he admitted, his voice heavy with despair. Ava, without hesitation, grasped his hand firmly. "You haven't lost anything. You're just beginning. Your experience and passion are exactly what my company needs," she said, with an encouraging smile. Something in her determination rekindled a spark within him. Ava began to lay out her plans and vision for the company, and James gradually felt drawn in by her energy. "We're going to revolutionize the agricultural market with innovation and sustainability," she explained, her eyes shining with enthusiasm. James felt an immediate connection to her mission, and a new hope began to emerge. Maybe I can try again," he said, finally accepting the offer. He dove headfirst into the new job, finding in Ava not just a leader, but also a friend and mentor. Overcoming past adversities began to shape his determination and resilience. Every challenge faced at the new company was proof that he could rise again and find purpose in his professional and personal life. With Ava's support, James found the strength to face another challenge: reconciling with his father. Their relationship had been strained since his mother's death, and James knew he needed to heal this wound. "Hilbert, I think it's time we talked," James said, calling his father. Hilbert agreed. "Let's resolve this, James. I still care about you." The tension was palpable. When James entered the family home, every corner brought back memories of happier times. His father, aged by pain and regret, looked at him with sad eyes. "James, I've always been proud of you, even if I didn't show it," Hilbert confessed, his voice rough with emotion. James felt a weight lift off his shoulders. His father was acknowledging all his efforts. James took a deep breath, finding the courage to speak. "Dad, I just wanted you to see how hard I was trying. Everything I did was to honor Mom's memory," he said, his voice steady. Hilbert, without saying a word, stepped forward and embraced his son, a gesture that spoke more than any words could. "I see, son. I see," he murmured, finally allowing himself to show vulnerability. This reconciliation brought an unexpected peace to James. He realized that despite the difficulties, family support was crucial. With his father by his side, he felt more whole and not only healed old wounds, but also renewed his spirit. After a year of hard work at the new company, James and Ava became partners both in business and in life. They decided to take a well-deserved break and visit a small coastal town where Ava had grown up. "This place means so much to me. Thank you for being here with me," Ava said as they walked along the beach. James, holding her hand, felt at peace. "I should be the one thanking you, Ava, for believing in me." During their stroll, the unexpected happened. They ran into Oliver and Emily, who were on a corporate trip from James's old company. The reunion was tense, but James was ready. "James, it looks like you finally found your place in a smaller company," taunted Oliver, trying to unsettle him. Before James could respond, Ava stepped in firmly. "Maybe you don't know, Oliver, but this smaller company is leading innovations in the agricultural sector, thanks to James." Oliver was left speechless, while Emily just watched, clearly uncomfortable. James, now more self-assured, looked directly at Oliver. "I don't need your validation, Oliver. I'm happy where I am," he said, with a calmness that surprised everyone. Oliver, having no retort, looked away, while Emily seemed embarrassed by the situation. James's moral superiority was evident. As James and Ava explored the coastal town, they reflected on life. "You know, James, you are an example of resilience and strength," Ava said as they walked along the beach. "You inspired me to believe more in myself, too," James replied. The connection between them was clear, built through shared challenges and victories. They decided to visit an old lighthouse at the edge of the coast, a place Ava loved as a child. "This lighthouse always reminded me that no matter how dark it got, there was always a light guiding the way," she said, looking out at the horizon. James smiled. "I think I finally understand what you mean," he replied, feeling renewed. Returning to the town, James received an unexpected call. It was an offer to present his innovation at a major agricultural conference. "It's your chance to show the world what you can do," Ava said excitedly. Let's do this together, James replied. Preparing for the conference was intense. James worked tirelessly to perfect his presentation, while Ava handled the logistical details. We have to make sure everything is perfect, she said. On the day of the event, James was nervous but ready. Remember, you're the expert here, Ava said, giving him an encouraging hug. The presentation was a success. James spoke with passion and expertise, impressing the audience. We're here to revolutionize the future of agriculture, he concluded, receiving enthusiastic applause. After the presentation, several investors approached, interested in supporting his technology. This moment marked a new chapter for James. He not only found purpose in his professional life, but also a solid partnership with Ava. We did it, he said, feeling fulfilled. This is just the beginning, Ava replied with a confident smile. With new investments and a clear vision, James and Ava continued to expand their company, transforming it into a leader in the agricultural sector. James's life, full of challenges and triumphs, became an inspiration to many. He proved that with resilience and support, it is possible to overcome any adversity. Thus, James found not only professional success, but also peace and happiness in his personal life. He reconciled with his past, built a promising future, and above all, found a partner who believed in him as much as he believed in her. And you? Have you ever experienced something similar? Have you been betrayed by a coworker or suffered a major romantic disappointment? Share your story in the comments. We want to know how you overcame these difficulties. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to keep following us.